What's up guys, Jimmy here at the Lots of Games video. I am super excited today. I've got 10 PS4 games to represent the top 10 free PS4 games you can download for your PS4 right here now. I've talked about free PS4 games in the past. I'm super excited for this video. Now guys, this is my top 10 list. There might be some games you might not be interested in. Let me know in the comment section below what some of your favorite free-to-play PS4 games are. And also, if you guys like these types of videos, make sure to slap a thumbs up button so I can know to make more. I'm super excited, super thrilled. Also, the games I'm going to be going over with you guys, they're going to be in no particular order. But let's go ahead and get on with the list of the top 10 free PS4 games. Okay, so starting out the list, we have Fortnite. Many of you guys know that this game has become a worldwide smash hit with millions of players on PC, mobile, and consoles. You know, I remember when Fortnite was announced years ago at the Xbox E3 press conference, and at the time, it was not introduced as a Battle Royale game, and Fortnite was able to take the world by storm once they introduced the 100 versus 1 game mode. You know, that this game is somewhat new considering, you know, Fortnite is one of those games that is so fun when you do well in a match. You just want to keep playing. But the same could be said when you're doing terrible. It's actually, you know, Fortnite is a type of experience where you will often find yourself saying, you know, just one more match. And the amazing thing is that Fortnite can be downloaded right now for free on your PS4 and play to your heart's content. Next up, we have Warframe. Now, many of you guys watching this might not be aware, but Warframe was actually released months before the PS4 console was released. And I remember playing Warframe on my PC in the spring of 2013. And at the time, it was a broken mess. And the game was very limited when it first came out. You know, you had the beta, and the online servers were super unreliable. But to my surprise, through the years, the developer, Digital Extremes, they have been able to create something truly special that has been enjoyed by millions of gamers, not just on PC, but console as well. Warframe is a third-person action game set in an ever-evolving sci-fi world, and I have to say that the game is very fast-paced and extremely fun. There are tons of playable characters to choose from, and the cool thing is, you know, the different characters you decide, the character you decide upon, each character, whether you could choose, has its own unique ability set. And you can download this game, again, right now for free on your PS4. And I think you guys are going to have a really fun time with Warframe. If you're excited about third-person action games, go for it. Next up, we have Smite. Now, the biggest regret I have with Smite is that I was not playing this game sooner. This game is crazy fun with over 90 gods to choose from. You get to play, the game takes place in the world of mythology, where you can select a character like Loki to go and battle it out with foes that await you. The visuals look great, and it has addictive gameplay elements. The developers behind Smite are super active with updating the game and always striving to make the game better, and honestly, it shows. If you want to know why millions of people have fallen in love with Smite, I recommend that you download this one right now to your PS4. Now, next up, we have World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a game that I was pleasantly surprised about. Now, whether you are from afar with your tanks trying to land a long shot, a Hail Mary against your opposing team, or maybe you're up close and personal and you're going back and forth with volleying back and forth to see who will be the victorious team, this game has a lot going for it. For one, it plays very well, maneuvering around towns and throughout fields to strive for victory against your opponents. Works very well with the PS4 controller. And the game also looks great and really gives the player the opportunity to feel like you're at war and have serious firepower at your disposal. Definitely check out World of Tanks if you are looking for an exciting and competitive game to play on your PS4. Next up, we have Paladins, and this, guys, I have to say, when you get the moment, I know you're on the PS4, but go to the Steam page and check out the user reviews for Paladin. Some of them are really funny. A lot of people are saying, like, it's basically a really fun version of Overwatch, but it's for free. And I played this game like, you know what, this is free. My hopes weren't really set that high, but holy cow, guys, honestly, this is bar none one of the most fun addictive free-to-play games. It is very competitive, but like I was surprised. I was like, you know what? And I've talked about this in the past. I'm like, oh man, there's been people playing on this for months on the PlayStation Network. I'm not going to really do well because I'm going to get smoked. And I'm not honestly the best competitive player, but I did okay in these matches, and it was really fun. You know, obviously I got smoked and I got taken down, but I was actually doing really well. I was getting kill streaks and doing well in Paladins. It is so much fun. This is definitely a no-brainer, guys. A game you can pick up. You know, it's definitely a game you can play for 20 or 30 minutes, have a blast, or for hours. Take your pick. Paladins, guys, I cannot recommend this game enough. It is so much fun. Okay, a lot of you guys know, next up we have Knights of Valor. Many of you guys know I am a huge fan of beat 'em ups, and this one is so awesome. If you like waves of enemies coming at you, you know, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s with beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage and Final Fight, and you're gonna feel right at home. This is a beat 'em up. You can download right now for free. It has that, you know, the side-scrolling beat 'em up, or you know, it's kind of got this ancient look to it. There's lots of destruction, lots of power-ups, loot that's going to be dropped. It's so much fun. It's such a blast. If you guys were a fan of the beat 'em ups back in the day on the Super Nintendo Genesis, and also beat 'em ups in the arcades, do yourself a favor, check out Knights of Valor. It is a great time. Next up, we have Let It Die. Now, this one actually caught me surprised. I believe it was shown at one of the Sony shows. I'm not sure if it was shown at the show that was in November, December, where like there's nothing but PlayStation. Or if it was done at E3, it might have been at E3, but I remember they showed the trailer for Let It Die. And they're like, by the way, it's out now, and by the way, it's free. And it was like a double take. I'm like, wait, this, you know, and it is done by developers who are known for making just real quirky, great games. And Let It Die, that's what it is. It is a very bizarre game, a very challenging game, but I got to tell you, it is something that is super different. And it definitely stands apart from the rest of these free-to-play games. But it certainly is worth your time. Let It Die games, Let It Die is just a challenging game with a lot of dark humor to it. It is very bizarre, but it is so worth downloading, guys. Check it out. Let It Die on your PS4. I think you guys will really enjoy it. This is one of the games. It's definitely not like Knights of Valor or Paladins in the sense you just pick up and play. Not to say you couldn't pick up and play Let It Die, but this one definitely has a little bit of a learning curve. But give it a chance. Give it at least an hour or two, and I think you guys will really enjoy Let It Die. Okay, next up is a MMORPG, Terra, and this one has been played by millions of people. This one, it hasn't been on the PlayStation Network for too long compared with some of the other games I've talked about. But Terra, it's just got this really great, vibrant world. Definitely, now the servers and the network, it isn't perfect, but it's much better than some of the other MMORPGs or MMO games that I've played. And lots of different characters or customizations that you have to choose from. Tons and tons of quests to take part in with a fantasy theme to it, fantasy feel to it. And if you're looking for just a high quality, solid MMORPG, check out Terra, guys. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. So much to do. And hey, the price is right. It is free. Next up, we have Trove, and Trove is one that I've talked about in the past. And Trove, you know, has this kind of look to it as like Minecraft, a lot of adventuring and also building as well. It's got this very charming voxel look to it, and a really nice ambient music or soundtrack to it as well. I think not too long ago, they added kind of like a battle royale mode, and that hasn't been out really for too long, but this is a great one. It's a whole lot of fun. Millions of people have been able to play Trove and really enjoy it. It's definitely worth checking out. Very colorful, just very charming and simple look to it, but it has a lot of depth to it in terms of the building and crafting. Okay, the final pick is Brawlhalla, and a lot of you guys might think, oh, I've played this one, or maybe I've seen this one, and it has definitely a look. It's definitely a Super Smash Brothers knockoff, but several characters to choose from. The gameplay is really, really solid, and it's really, really fast. Fast-paced, a whole lot of fun. I was really impressed with how fast I was able to get into a match with Brawlhalla. Very simple, the servers were great, and that's with a game like this, you're playing online, you want to definitely make sure that the network or the online experience is good. It is free, but having said that, it's a great experience. Saying, it is a free experience, but the action is very fun. You pick up different weapons, or you have different powers and abilities. If you're a fan of the Super Smash Brothers series and that type of gameplay, I would definitely recommend you guys check out Brawlhalla. You can check it out right now, download it for free on your PS4. It is a whole lot of fun. Well, guys, there are 10 free PS4 games you can download to your PS4 right now. I am just super excited to hear you guys' feedback for some of the games you might not have been able to play yet. Let me know in the comment section below what some of your favorite free PS4 games are, and also what games you've been able to play after watching this list, some new games you might have not been familiar with. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you later.